Hello and welcome to the next episode. This is our series which is about this Lego room and of course my life. Now I hope everybody had a lovely Christmas and you've got some little bits and pieces. Let us know in the comment section below if you've got some big sets, small sets, if you built them or if you're going to wait until the new year. But the plan of attack for today is to get this shadow box rehomed. Now it did have a nice home, it was across the top, and if you have been watching the Ninjago saga, it has finally been placed in a new location and we are probably about 75% of the way there, getting all of the different bits and pieces fixed. So in the month of January, all of these are going to be repaired fully, and there's going to be lots of smaller than Ninjago updates, because all these bits and pieces on the floor, well, they're all the different boxes from the bits and pieces that got smashed, because all of these got smashed at the same time. And we have got the Lego 8080 underway, so the Star Wars display is also an absolute disgrace. So the plan of attack for today is all to do with tidying up the calyxes. Now you're gonna have to bear with me because I still feel rough as anything. The venom inside me is going nice and strong, and fingers crossed we can get through this upload easy enough. So you're just gonna have to bear with me if it keeps cutting off and I can't do it in one take and if the video is nice and short. But before we get going, that is probably the only thing that is not being devoured. This needs to be tidied up in a separate upload because we have got that new set to go in. All of that is a disgrace. That is waiting for the Winter Village stuff to come back, and this has some big changes to come in the following upload. So with that being said, let's get to it. So when I say we are sorting out the calyxes, we are sorting out every single thing we see. Now, the modulars are going to be coming out. We tried it. It looks okay. It doesn't work as its own individual land. I took everybody's advice on board with doing it all slightly differently. What I do want to do in the following upload is actually get all the modulars back together. How I'm going to do that, I have no idea, but that is going to be one long fruity upload. Now we have got some bits and pieces down in that corner as well. They're going to need to be ripped out. Luckily I do have obviously this space just here, which I can utilize and use, and then need to get it clear again before the Winter Village stuff comes back up. Obviously when it comes back up, obviously with all the decorations coming down in the next few days. With regards to the Ninjago, we have got that gap in the middle for the new set. Now what I will do first is just see what this would look like. Where should I put you? I'll put you there. I think you can see. Just see what that looked like if I just brought this one over. Now you're going to have to also apologise about my dress attire. I have two pairs of trousers on, a pair of shorts, two pairs of socks, a pair of trainers. I've got a thermal long sleeve t-shirt on, a t-shirt, I've got a hoodie and this, and for the first time I am warm. So I'm living the dream today. So this could potentially, for now, come over here. We could just move that just past the artwork like so, bring this over like so, and then push that over so they're just a little bit closer together for now, so we don't have the huge gap. Obviously I just left the gap to see exactly what it would look like, and obviously that will expand into the 4. I don't know if it looks silly just with the 3. It's the first time I've had them in a long line actually touching. We didn't do that in the last upload, but I'll keep it like that for now, and then what we'll do, we'll expand as we go. Now I am going to have to move. Where am I going to put you? You're going to have to be homed. Probably there, I think. Let me just tuck myself into everything. I've got far too many layers on. Right, okay, we should be nice and toasty. So the shadow box, I know where the shadow box is going. The shadow box is going in here. And then that stuff is going over to there. So what I'll do first is, if I empty this side, just slot all of these up here, and then I can take them over to the table. We've got some spare pieces in here. I really do need some sort of better storage for some of these bricks. As you can see, they're the older cups. Got some giveaways there as well. Got Black Panther randomly in here. Now I've got an idea for the old fishing store, which will be going on at this table at a later date. Excuse me. So that is absolutely fine and splendid. So that can go over there. Yeah. Flintstone's going to be a bit interesting. I'm not 100% sure how to get the Flintstones in. Winnie the Pooh is alright, Snow White's okay, that's all with the Rivendell stuff. We have got an interesting thing to think about in a future upload, because I am going to be doing all probably 3 or 4 cubes in this upload. But the Dungeons and Dragons, which is going to have to move, does not fit in the cube, which means we are going to need a new location. Right, I'm just going to turn you off for a second because I need to grab a drink, and then we can crack on. Right, supplies have been gotten, and I've also picked that up from downstairs, so that's always going to be a nice thing to nibble on as we go. So we are moving on to just some of the giveaway bits and pieces, I do believe. Now that needs to come out and turn into a ride anyway. This I've got no use for whatsoever, so there's any Fortnite fans. Got no use for that at all, so that needs to be sold. Polybags need to be sold. That obviously I'm going to keep for Halloween next year, which is nice and exciting. And also we've got some random other, oh no, there's another Harry Potter Flu Network, I think, which is something I've already got on display. So if anybody needs these 2 giveaways from ages ago, get in the comment section. If not, I will just get them sold. So we're going to move from polybag, no interest in that at all. Right, so this is going to go over to this side, which is fine. So we'll keep that angled for now. So I'm losing space doing that, but I'll keep it angled. And then we'll probably be able to get the tumbler and the 66. I don't know if you can see me actually. Probably the tumbler and the 66 in the same display, maybe. Let's bring you, or guess. We'll guess. I don't know how if you can see the box. I don't know what you can see. That this thing just here can move. Some pirate and a vintage Lego figure. Let's see what we can do with those. Dark Knight Trilogy DVD. Right, that's fine. Shadow box. I just remember this thing is broken, which is never ideal. And now I'll try and move it again, and the Natural History Museum roof is not on, but I have remembered that. Right, that's safe. So this now has one huge crack in it there. The door has fallen off from the front there. So basically, this might be its last ever move, or it's going to need to be rebuilt, which is exciting. Right. Please just give me one more move. one more. What I don't like is that bit of the ladder. Oh no. Fantastic. So the shadow box fits in, the minifigures don't fit on top. Great. Right, so we're going to have to play minifigure pickup in a minute because they've all just gone absolutely flying. Alright, get all of these off and then I'll pick up the ones that have just landed on the floor. So we're going to have to put the minifigures around it on some base plates, I think. Put the car back in there. He can live there. Right. So I think this needs to go. Even push the back, you can see in it really, really easily. The photos on the website did not do this set any justice whatsoever. I don't know if it's a good idea to cover this in base plates or not, to be honest, because it's going to be really awkward. I haven't got the correct size row plates. It's not going to make a difference which way it goes round, because we're going to have that gap in the middle unless I cheat. And I reckon I can cheat. I think I was going to find another row plate. I should have loads of them. Where are all of... Pass. That's annoying. I have got like 10 or 15 of those row plates. Alright, there's one here. Not ideal, but I wonder if I can do that. Maybe something like that. Just have them at the front for now, put the cars on there, and we should be okay. So let's grab the vehicles. I've only got 4. We can just stagger them like a car show. They can just all face the same way. God, that one is monstrous. That'll have to go there. Yep. Yes. So that's those 3 in so far. I could spend ages just trying to line all these up properly. So get another car, get the tumbler in there. What's your thoughts on the new tumbler, by the way? Are you a fan of that or not? I think this one, I think I prefer the bulky one. I know there's 1 or 2 bits, well, this is battered, so they all are, aren't they? Which I apologise about all the time. But that looks alright like that. It's a little bit rough and ready, but we can get the minifigures, I think maybe just on the front. And then might be alright. Trying to place you somewhere, which never is the easiest thing to do, because obviously you've been stuck on the Kallaxes. I've also over tightened that. What is going on? There we go. Right, you might fall off, but I think you can see. It's very hard to see through a full small screen. Now I have got 89/92. Obviously this thing is a hybrid of everything. How this has got so dusty? No idea. But all that should live in there. I know I'm not doing this the correct way. That will it go in without me opening up the door? Yes. Yes, it will. Don't do that at home, but there we go. So that's the car. The car in the set. Minifigures to go on the front. I guess what we can do is put some of the minifigures dotted back in the actual shadow box as well, but for the sake of now I will just clip all of these back on. Got a few penguins, a few different penguins. Flash. Got the bikes to put back in as well, I know that. Lots of different Supermen. The animated series stuff is up at the top. Mr. Freeze is here, Scarecrow's here, Penguin's here. A few of the animated ones on this table, so I put them obviously by the car. I could actually put them either at the front or the back, so actually looks nice that. Alfred from the Lego Movie, Penguin from that car, Mr. Freeze from there. Oh, I can't believe I had all these minifigures stood up and around before. There's so many of them. Nice thing about the road, nice thing about the road plates is that they can stand on the actual plate as well, can't they? So I don't have to just use the studs, which for now is helpful. And then we'll see what is what. We've got a couple of different Mr. Freezes out. Nice. So I'm happy with that as its new display. Got to figure out what I'm going to do with the bits on the side. It's probably 16 studs deep. I could fill them with minifigures and just maybe put some bits and pieces down. But visually that is bright enough, and when I get some lights underneath here, I think it will look a lot, it'll be a lot brighter. So that is not too bad. So we've got Batman, fine. Now all of this needs to come out, which is splendid. I need to get the bikes. So let me put the bikes in now, and then we'll see what else needs to be done. So 2 bikes, Urban Coal, that is the minifigure that has been missing forever. Also we've got Cyborg on the floor, Green Lantern, and Razor. We'll get this pencil in. I'll probably have them fighting and battling later, but for now they're in. And the nice thing is that all the cars can't fall off the edge because you've got the studs of the base plates, which is handy. I could put one bike there, one bike on the other side, so that's Catwoman and Patson's Batman bike done. And there's the Flash's hat slash helmet, which is great. Right, I'm waffling, flagging a little bit. I am flagging now. I don't know if I'm overheating or need some food or what. Not fun, not fun. So, if you watch the saga of this going in, it almost worked, but the base plate sort of overhung and it hid too much of the modulars and whatever else. But I'm going to try and rehome in the next upload a lot. But for now, these modulars are just going to have to be dumped here because I need to clear that table first of stuff. Oh, workout this is. And then how many have I got to put in? I've got 1, 2, 3, corner garage 4, 5, 6, 7.5. I've got to try and get in 7.5. No. 7.5, 8.5, 9. 9 base plates of this. Ooh, that's going to be a very, very interesting upload. And the one that follows this, right, Palace. Cinema. Before I do anything with this can have a clean and the roof can go back on because there we go. Because they just were not enough height in those shelves. They're perfect for displaying, but it always seems to be, for me, I'm always off by a stud. Now, if anybody has seen the film Glass, which is the fantastic film with Samuel L. Jackson and Bruce Willis, if you have that and swap it into Lego terms, it's me and Jay's Toy Collection UK. Nothing fits for me. I'm off by a stud, off by 2 studs. Everything he touches, straight in. No problem. No care in the world. Yeah, first time. Easy. I've never ever in my life watched somebody make a display and go, yeah, it's absolutely no problem. It'll go in. And I'm like, yeah, I had to climb on a ladder, I need to break my neck, and then I'm off by a stud anyway. So, yeah, great. I know that's what's going to happen with this. I'm going to be half a base plate off the last modular to make everything fit. And then, of course, there's a new modular coming out, and I haven't got the hotel. So, yeah. It's going to be fruity. That is for sure. Right, rather than moving all of that over to here, because I haven't got the energy, we are going to move. We've got Stranger Things is coming out, and the He-Man Castle is coming out, and that is going to go underneath in obviously the next one. And then to the left hand side will be technically an empty cube for now, but the plan is I want to get either a double cube or a second single cube to go beside that, this thing here, and then use the top as display, and then use the bottom potentially as storage or more display. So there is plans to fill out that corner. This is obviously where all the boxes are supposed to stack, and the boxes are supposed to stack underneath this table, so we're living the dream with that. And then all of this stuff underneath here, it's basically Winter Village repaired stuff that we did. It's just boxes of boxes, and then before you know it, that'll be nice and tidy, and we'll be good to go. Now the one thing I am very unsure of, which will be happening in another upload when we put this thing in, is I don't know if I can get that and the Dungeons and Dragons in the same display, because it'd be Rivendell and D&D. Or we make a water display on this table and the Dungeons and Dragons goes at the end. Food for thought for a much later date. Now you're going to go back there, you're going to then get tipped forward, and I hope you don't fall off, because if you fall off that, you're then going to go straight down the loft ladders and probably break. So let me put a bit of weight behind you. We'll see. We will see. I haven't measured these, by the way. I am just going to go in raw and hope for the best. These aren't in the nicest of places to grab. And I haven't got the correct colour base plates for it. I don't think grey is the better way to go. So I could put the base plates down first. I know you can't see anything, you can just see my leg. Right, let's see what we can do. So I have now got the Stranger Things set in my hand, holding it like a pizza. Will it fit? Oh, that is by the stud. That's incredible. I don't even think that's going to fit on a base plate. How does that fit in there? Oh, it might even go in a base plate. Look at how tight that is. Close that is. So it might go in a base plate, but I think it needs to go on green and blue, maybe. I don't think we can get away with it on grey. I think grey's a little bit boring. Which way does it go? Now if it goes side on, it takes up no space. If I did it like that, would you know it's there? I think so. I don't think there's that much going in this cube anyway. I don't know if it'd be better that side. I don't know if it'd be better to the left. I think the simple answer is probably yes. So let's just place you back down there. And we will try and spin this around. As long as the Kallax isn't bow anywhere, we should be okay. That is fantastic. Hope that looks a little bit better on camera. To be honest, I don't know if it does. know if you can see it. No, I'm going to put it back the other way, because you're going to see it when you come up the loft ladders. So there's me being all confident, and it looks worse there. It looks worse. So spin that back round. So obviously the nicest place to put it would be smack in the middle. But I think it would take up too much space. But you would see it that way. Because I suppose realistically what I could do is bring this to the front like so, and have the He-Man castle on the one side and Snake Mountain on the other, side by side at the back. And it's just basically a false wall. And then it's a path going to them. That is an option. The He-Man castle does look nice. But see, I can put the He-Man castle there because I've got that built up over here. The Haunted Tower obviously can't come over because it's far too tall, and the D&D would never fit in here anyway. But would this work? So I have got plans for this haunted house now, which is great. Right, the He-Man castle splits. That does make my life a little bit easier. Splits into two, I think. Might be three, but I've got it in two pieces. I've got it in two at the moment, so we'll keep it as two. That base is extremely loose, and I now am holding on for dear life if he turns around. Oh, this is such a stupid thing to do. Right. I think we fit, I think we fit. Go this way we will. Flag does not. Flag does not fit, but that bit does. I said I didn't measure any of this. I think that and the Snake Mountain. Oh, do I don't know if I have it lengthways or not. I'll keep it shut for now, and then we'll carry on messing around with this at a later date. That's a smaller bit. That just goes in. Just like that. So that looks quite nice like that. And then if I was to stagger it like that, you can still see the He-Man castle alright like that actually. You can see the whole thing. Obviously you've got the space, and you've got this, and you've got space in the other corner for this, which is Snake Mountain. So we've got both of the masters of the universe. Not bad. And that's what that looks like from the ladders. So when I come up here, that is what I'd see, and then you got that up there. So this isn't going to be the longest of uploads because you can tell I'm really flagging. It's only the morning, which is not good at all. Yeah, I think those two look nice. Obviously that snake mountain's not going to be built up for a little while. A-frame cabin will come out, so I don't need to pull anything out from there now really. I think those three do look effective, a little bit closer together, but what I'm going to have to do for the time being is probably push those over to give myself some space on that side for this next move, because it's going to be quite big. Going to be quite big, but like I said, it's a short and sweet video, and I think that is it, and I am literally well and done. So I'm going to edit this video, and I think I'm going to go and have a nap, which is always a little bit boring. But on the next upload, which will be later on today for me, and it'll be in a few days for you, we are expanding this massively. We've basically got like what, a table and a half now to expand it onto. I've got some nice little Easter eggs I want to do with the Natural History Museum and the drop tower. There's going to be a good few changes, I think. It's going to be a bit interesting to see what we're going to put beside the Avengers Tower and everything like that. So keep your eyes peeled for the next upload, because once we've got all of the bits and pieces rough back in situ, it means I can clear the floor, and then we're basically back to where we were at the start of December before everything went absolutely chaotic. The more I look at these two little cubes just here, the more I like them actually. They will get lit. I do like how the He-Man is with the Stranger Things in front, and of course what I'll do is figure out exactly what colour base plate to put down. I just don't think green would work, because technically it's a treat, isn't it, underneath? So could we get away with it being all green? And then for Snake Mountain, probably it's got lava coming out of it, so we could have a lava type thing in the far right hand corner. And then all I need to do is just put the tiles down as a walkway round, and that's basically a land. And then we've got a little car museum, which is exactly what you get at I was about to say Universal Studios, but it's not. It's Warner Brothers Tour, where you see all of the different cars and everything like that. So that looks okay. And obviously that cube on the left hand side I think will be empty. So I think we're going to have a cube empty there. Or I put the bits and pieces in that cube. We make a little Easter egg display, and we free this table up, because the display what I'm thinking about can go in 3 different places, so we have got some options. But guys, that is it, and like I said, I am done. So again, one more time, you could let us know what you got for Christmas. Hopefully you had a good Christmas. Are you building anything as I am waffling on doing this? Obviously let me know in that comment section below. But if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll see you next one. Ta-da.